No doubt you've seen the chaos in the streets. We must make an example, or France will fall.
What would you do if this assignment of defense was transferred to you?
Last time we saw a young officer fire grape shot into a French mob, and in doing so earned the trust of a government that had no one else left to trust. This time he's no longer unknown, but that makes things harder, not easier. In the swamps of northern Italy, 1796, Napoleon Bonaparte is up against one of Austria's finest, Joseph Alvinsky. A veteran general with superior numbers and better terrain. The odds are brutal, the map is a mess, and the only way forward is through a single narrow bridge. Welcome back to Phoenix Histories, where we don't just tell stories, we revive the moments that shaped lives and empires. So subscribe, like, and turn on notifications, because this one, Napoleon gets very, very close to death. It's November 14, 1796. Napoleon's Italian campaign has been blazing forward with a string of victories, but it's now stalling. His men are stretched thin, the city of Manchuria is still under siege, and now Vinci, with a new 50,000 strong Austrian army, is closing in and fast. Napoleon needs to stop them now, or everything he's built collapses. But he can't meet them head on. So he tries something a little insane. Instead of using the known crossings, Napoleon orders a secret pontoon bridge built near the village of Ronco, south of Verona, hidden behind marshy rice fields. Under the cover of darkness, his troops begin the crossing. They finish by dawn. What follows is a nightmare of mud, narrow causeways, and endless Austrian fire. Augereau takes the right road towards Arcole. Massena heads towards Porkile. It seems simple, a pincer movement. Napoleon split off his forces to catch the Austrians off guard. But Alvinci isn't fooled for long. Soon French forces find themselves pinned along the narrow causeways, with ditches and rivers on either side and howitzers raining fire from the front. Augereau tries to storm the bridge into Arcole. He fails. Massena clashes with Croat battalions in the mud. Napoleon arrives and tries again, also fails. And then, in a moment that would be immortalized in paintings, Napoleon grabs the French flag and charges the bridge himself. Gunfire, cannon fire all around him. He cares not for himself, but for the nation he charges forth representing. Men rally around him and charge forward. He's yelling at his troops, reminding them of the string of victories. Remember what you did there. But this isn't Lodi. The fire is too intense. His aide-de-camp, Murion, is shot dead beside him. Napoleon is nearly killed and has to be dragged back into the swamp to avoid capture. From a distance, it looks like madness. One of Napoleon's closest men writes that the soldiers showed extraordinary cowardice. The charge and the heroism failed. Napoleon falls back, the bridge is lost, the attack is repulsed. So what does he do? He leaves the fires burning. Under the dark sky of the Lombard plains, French troops quietly withdraw south, but leave their campfires glowing. From Austrian scouts, it looks like the French are still there, still holding, still preparing. Alvinci hesitates. And that hesitation, that tiny sliver of time, gives Napoleon exactly what he needs. 2 days later, on November 17th, the forces return. This time, they take the bridge, Arcole falls. The campaign is saved. Napoleon later wrote, "Never has a battlefield been more fought over than that of Arcole. I have almost no generals left. Their devotion and courage know no equal." So what did we learn at Arcole? That sometimes victory isn't about brute force. Sometimes it's about misdirection and timing. He failed at the bridge, but the image of him charging with the flag lived on, and in Paris, the whispers continued to grow. This man might be something more than a general. Next time, he sets sail, not for battle, but for immortality. Caesar and Alexander both have history with Egypt, so now Napoleon heads for the pyramids. Subscribe because next episode we go with Napoleon to Egypt.